If you were to give advice to a younger person who was just about to graduate from university, what would you say to them?
Yeah. That's a really good question. I'd say be a sponge, learn, learn, and learn, and and do it without arrogance. Do it without any sort of preconception that you know it all, because I can assure you, you don't. And I've now been in dentistry for about 8 years, and 8 years on, I'm still learning something new every single day, and and that's the fun in it as well. That is actually the fun. The learning is the fun. So so as you come out of university, use every mentoring, every shadowing opportunity that you get. Build a really, really good network. I mean, dentistry is a very small place. People know each other. People are very well connected, and if you build a good network, you can really use those relationships to your advantage, and not in a manipulative way, but in a really positive way. Because actually, if you have a network, whenever you get stuck on a clinical case or you've got a question, you've got a huge amount of support around you. And I think that's really, really important. I'd say always look to upskill yourself. Coming out with a BDS degree, I think that's great, but it is just the start. Go and make sure you're constantly looking at your own work. Take lots of pictures and see the progress that you're making clinically in your work, and get feedback. Get feedback from your from staff that work around you, from people that are more senior than you, and also, most importantly, get feedback from your patients to see what they felt about you, because that's the way you're going to improve.
Absolutely, very good, very good. No, I think just as you said there, the lifelong learning thing is very important. And I think as long as you're challenging yourself, you're learning something new, you'll always be interested in the profession. And so many things are happening now.
Yeah.
It's actually a really great time to be in dentistry, with digital dentistry and more gentle techniques and better patient dental relationships. So.
Yeah.
If you keep on learning, then you'll always be interested. I think it's when you start to get into just pattern and almost like a machine, that's when it becomes non-challenging, and then you're not going to have that passion about it.
Absolutely. And look, we spoke about our kids, right? And I said about my kids, the most important, and I get asked a lot, do you want your kids to be dentists? And actually, I don't want my kids to be dentists. What I want my kids to be is someone that makes a difference in the world, that comes in and has an impact and tries to change things and pushes boundaries. And I'd say to every clinician, make a difference every single day, whether it's the patient, whether it's on the sector, the industry. And there's some really good people right now really trying to push those boundaries, and in terms of courses that are available, but also AI is the future. And I think AI in dentistry is going to be really, really important. Climate change, as we all know, is so important and is such a big focus right now. We use so much plastic in dentistry, so much plastic.
Absolutely.
And I think there is a huge opportunity for us to kind of look at how we're using plastic, and for someone to really change that up.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. So we talk a lot about health and wellness and nutrition and different things on this podcast. So how do you approach your own health and wellness, both general health and mental health as well? And how do you look after that with the challenges you face?
Yeah. It's a really interesting topic, and I'm going to get a little bit personal. I'm going to start on the mental health side. So I'm someone that has suffered with some mental health issues, and and through the stresses of life, whether it's work, whether it's home life, we have I lead a very, very busy life. 3 kids, married, the stress of a mortgage, bills, business. At one point I had a business and I was working full time. So it takes its toll, right? It really, really does. And one thing that I try and instill in my kids is about building resilience. But resilience comes from talking, from feeling comfortable, but feeling that they can share things. So mental health is super, super important. And the way that I've managed my own mental health, in particular, is really around. I meditate every day. Very simple Calm app, 10 minutes a day, and that for me has been life changing. personally, I pray, so that helps me. And then also going to the gym every day. And, for me, the gym was really different. It was very much, I used to go to the gym to look good, aesthetically look good, and wanted to be really, really slim. And, and I used to feel good from doing that. Whereas my mindset on the gym has changed. I used to go to the gym 3 times a week, absolutely hate it. And it was all about PTing and how hard can I work in the gym and kill myself and, and look good. Whereas now the mentality has changed. Actually, I go to the gym to help with my mental health. I do it to feel good. I do it so I get a bit of me time and away from everyone and listen to my favourite podcast or TV show. And so that's how I kind of deal with mental health. And then subsequently, I feel like, mentally, if you're in the right place, you're going to make the right decisions around food and exercise as well. So I think it's all kind of very much linked.
Interlinked, yeah, I absolutely agree with that. And, the impact of the gym on mental health is such an important one.
Yeah.
So what are your other kind of hobbies and interests as yourself and as a family? Do you guys like to travel, or what do you do in your free time?
Yeah, we love to travel. So I guess free time is a really interesting one, right?
Because there's not any.
There's not much more of it. Yeah, I mean, it most of it gets consumed with taxiing my kids from one club to another. But no, I think we love our holidays. We do, and we find the time away on holiday really, really precious because life is so fast paced. So those times away are really important and disconnecting. And I think aside from that, I think being present in what we're doing is really important and a real focus for us. So if I'm at home and I'm with the kids, and it could be simple as though we're baking a cake, I'm really there and I'm really present. I'm not there on my phone checking a message. But then equally, when I'm at work, I say to my wife, unless someone's dying, don't call me. And it's just that getting that balance right between work and home life. But yeah, it's so yeah, most of my passion and time is now really family time, and that's really important. I want my kids to grow up having a really good memory of a really nice childhood, and that's really important to us.